Hello everybody, my name is Star Raptor. Welcome to my Season 4 trailer breakdown. This is the final season for Star Wars Rebels, so what I'm going to do is I'm taking frames out of this trailer, analyzing them so we can maybe see what's going to happen ahead this season. So I'm going to skip ahead about halfway through this trailer because the first half is mostly things that we've seen in Season 3. So the first shot here I want to talk about is with this wolf where it's Ezra and it's Sabine. So it looks like Sabine may be wounded, but the reason why I want to talk about this is because last year at Star Wars Celebration London, there was this panel between Pablo and Dave Filoni where they were talking about the untold Clone Wars arcs, and one of them did involve Ahsoka with these giant wolves, and we all know that Dave Filoni loves wolves, so it's cool seeing this huge beast in here. Next up, we get our first look at Yavin 4. We know that they're heading there at the end of Season 3, so we finally get to see those great Massassi temples. I hope that we actually see like the colonization of this planet, because as we know it is steeped in, at least in legends, with some Sith creatures and stuff like that, so I want to see how they settle on this planet, if they have to clear some of these creatures out of here and whatnot. Alright, so this next shot is super sad, guys, because as we know this is the final season of Star Wars Rebels. We probably are going to see a couple character deaths. Unfortunately, Kanan's probably not going to make it out alive. I say that because there shouldn't be any Jedi alive during the original trilogy. It just wouldn't really fit into the Obi-Wan's whole spiel with, you know, him being the last Jedi and Yoda and all that. So I really love Kanan so much. And we know that Hera's going to make it out alive because she's in Rogue One along with Chopper. So it's going to be a terrible moment. Like, they're saying goodbye in this moment, maybe, possibly. I don't know. I'm not looking forward to this, that's for sure. Okay, so this next shot is really cool because look at all those Mandalorians, guys. This is going to be it. We are going to see what happens to the Mandalorians. We see that Ezra has that really badass looking Scout Trooper helmet that he got, you know, outfitted with the awesome colors of the Rebellion, it looks like, by Sabine. Now, I really do like this shot because, as you see in the distance, it looks like it's all Lothal. And we have the Imperial hover tanks in animated form. So I like those things from Rogue One. We've seen that brief battle on Jedha there. So we get to see these things in Rebels now. Speaking of Rogue One, here is Saw Gerrera getting a little bit older. During the panel, Dave Filoni was talking about how Saw Gerrera is going to be more extreme. Will we see him lose his leg? Are we going to see him having coughing spouts because of Geonosis with the insectide for the Geonosians? It's going to be interesting. And here we see the return to Mandalore. We've seen this in the Clone Wars that it has a huge part, and we keep hearing from Dave Filoni that Mandalore is going to play a huge part in Star Wars Rebels. Like I said, where are the Mandalorians in the original trilogy? They're playing a big part with the Rebels right now, so something bad is going to happen that's going to make these guys flee from the known regions of space or potentially just all die out. Speaking of Mandalorians, here we have Bo-Katan. Last time we seen her was in Star Wars The Clone Wars Season 5. So she was part of Death Watch and splintered off from that group after what happened with Maul taking over. So it'll be interesting to catch up with her to see what she's done all this time. So here we have this character named Rook who was hired by Grand Admiral Thrawn as an assassin. So who is he going after? Is he pinpointing the rebel leaders? Can't wait to see this guy in action. Here we have a great shot of Zeb wearing this different kind of helmet. So is this kind of what his people wore as an honor guard? Will we see more of his heritage coming out? And what's going to happen to Zeb? That's another character that we don't know the fate of. It's unknown to us at this moment. So here we have one of my favorite new designs in Star Wars, the U-Wing, straight out of Rogue One. Obviously, we were getting very close to Rogue One, so it'll be awesome seeing these things in action. So the visual on this shot looks just badass. So this looks like it might have been a continuation from the previous shot where Hera is actually piloting what I think will be the U-Wing, and she goes into hyperspace from the other side of this orbital dock kind of construct and just flies through and just destroys the thing. So I can't wait to see this. So here we have Agent Kallus, or should I say just Kallus at this point, because he's not part of the Empire, and it appears he has settled in quite nicely to the Rebel Alliance. He's there on Yavin 4, and when I first seen this in the trailer, I automatically thought of General Draven for some reason. Maybe he is Draven because, well, we never learned Draven's first name. Maybe it's Kallus Draven. I don't know. That'd be a really cool misdirect kind of thing, is that he's been in Rogue One, we never knew. That would be just fantastic. This is one of those epic shots. So we see Ezra from behind, and again, he's got that badass jetpack. I really like that. It's a cross between Boba Fett's and Jango Fett's, and he's just gonna storm into this Imperial installation and somehow live to tell the tale about it, or will he? Next up, we haven't seen the last of the Death Troopers in Star Wars Rebels. I really want to find out more of the origins of these characters, how they are bred on Scarif. Well, not really bred, but they were kind of like regular humans that go through this genetic kind of engineering experimentation where they go through rigorous training. I really want to learn more about these guys. Next up, we have Grand Admiral Thrawn, and I just finished reading the Thrawn novel quite recently, so I'm a bit obsessed with this character. And, well, it's Thrawn. We just need to see more Thrawn. And why the heck is he firing at his own ship, a TIE Defender? I have no freaking clue, other than, obviously, somebody must have hijacked it. This was probably the money shot of the entire trailer. Now, this wasn't a huge surprise, as Dave Filoni kind of coyly hinted at, oh, we may see X-Wings. But, yes, here is our official confirmation, and they look awesome. And speaking of awesome, how cool does Hera look in this shot? I'm pretty sure she's actually in an X-Wing, so I can't wait to see her fly that thing around because, well, she did a pretty awesome piloting job when she was in that B-Wing. Speaking of which, where the heck has that B-Wing been? And here is the final shot I want to talk about from the trailer, and I don't know, is this giving away too much? Because it looks like all of these Mandalorians are bowing to Bo-Katan, and what would they bow for but a leader? Is she going to be Mandalore, the leader of the Mandalorians? Last we checked in with Sabine, she wasn't going to take the mantle of Mandalore, but she did mention that she was going to find somebody strong enough who could. So I think Bo-Katan will become Mandalore, and what's going to happen to the Mandalorians? It's one of the biggest mysteries that I'm looking forward to getting an answer to from Star Wars Rebels Season 4. So that's going to do it for my trailer breakdown of the Star Wars Rebels Season 4 trailer. Let me know in the comment section below if I missed anything. And I just uploaded a ton of content that revolves around Star Wars Celebration, including Star Wars Last Jedi and Star Wars Battlefront 2. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything else coming in the future. I'm Star Raptor. I want to thank you guys for watching, and may the Force be with you always. So did you like the video? Then make sure you rate it a thumbs up, and if you did that, go over there, hit that Star Raptor head to subscribe to my channel. Doing so will keep you up to speed on all of my latest content. Speaking of which, you can see a couple of my recent uploads down below. I'm also on social media, so what are you waiting for? Let's start nerding out.